welcome everybody. We are getting ready for our first game of the evening. Tonight we're watching Anna. Also, what's it named? Traubensier voor Ehre?
Raubensieren für Ehre.
Way better. Who's gonna take on SBS? Yeah, I think these teams will be fairly evenly matched, and I'm looking forward to see what they will bring to the table. And with the next two bands, we can see they don't want to play with a Yasuo in their game, even though we saw Yasuo inting earlier, not hitting that 0-10 spike. Yeah, like I said earlier, it's going to be a fairly even match between these two teams. We have Anna, who's a full bronze team, which I'm really happy about, that they found a place where they can play with all 5 players. And given the fact that they know each other well and played a long time together for a long time, I'm confident that their cohesion will help them secure the victory. We start off with an Ornn first pick.
Ornn is a very solid pick, but if the enemy team decides to just put on a lot of tank melt, he's just gonna be not having a lot of fun.
The Ornn is a solid pick indeed. It tells us that they're probably gonna want to team fight and focus on that. And Fiora picking it
as well.
right into it, saying, you want a team fight, we want a split push.
Yeah, but it depends in the lane itself. I think a good Fiora will do some damage onto an Ornn. It's not an easy matchup.
No, for sure not. And I think like I said, the reason they want to pick the Fiora, it's all about the split pushing, the pressuring the side lanes, and I'm curious to see how they utilize this pick. And then we see another Maokai.
Maybe on AP? Is he not nerfed yet?
Yes, he got nerfed. Apparently he's still super strong in the support role, but I think in general Maokai in a team fight in a team game where you have communication, the vision the saplings provide is gonna be of a really high quality.
I mean, especially if the enemy team picks a lot of team fight champions like Ornn and Seraphine, Maokai is actually a very great peeling tool with his ult and his saplings, so I'm excited to see where this goes. And he could also just be a classical tank Maokai. He doesn't have to go AP now.
Oh, and do you think they could play Akshan in the bot lane? Have you ever seen an Akshan in the bot lane?
Please don't. He doesn't have the range for that.
Ah, that's why.
Yes, that's also the exact same reason why I don't see a Quinn in bot lane often, especially because she kind of has, and with the same with Akshan actually, they both have like this engagey peely kit, which is good in 1v1s, but it's not as good with enemies present.
Okay. Well,
we're a good ban.
Going into indeed the spends. Yeah. So by the way, tonight I'm gonna be hosting these games together with Meister Fluffy. That's our caster of yesterday and the mid laner for placeholder, and as well for the first time joining us here is JDiak. Welcome, JDiak.
Hello everybody. Yeah, I'm hyped for today. I'm hoping to see some good games.
Have you followed it a bit, the Sunday Cup?
Well, sadly I didn't have the time yet, but I tuned in earlier for a bit and the teamfights I did see were amazing, so I hope these two teams deliver us the same experience.
In the meantime, we did get some extra picks. They went with a Sivir for the wave clear, Sivir into Jinx, Jinx Lulu in the bot lane. What do you think about that? Jinx Lulu into Lux Sivir, Meister Fluffy.
I do think it's a solid pick. I've played a lot of Jinx in my time, so I always like to see a Lulu. I think Lulu is only bad with like champions like Jhin that do not utilize her E that perfectly, but Lulu is just one of the perfect peel enchanter supports there is, and Jinx needs a lot of peel. She needs a dependable support. So this is a very fine. By the way, that is a Lux mid lane and not a Lux bot lane. And we do have a Seraphine Lux in mid lane, and I am quite happy with this roster actually. The left team went for a lot of engage, while the right team basically only went for Pio.
Yeah, both teams are. I kind of have a good rounded out comp. Although I do not see who is going to be the jungler on the left side.
Akshan probably.
That's an Akshan jungle? I've never seen this before.
Or it might be an orange jungle.
Alright, there we go. So, we have 2 teams and 10 people playing. And all of them seem to be wanting to win. Again, we did get Diana predicts in chat, but let's have a look at the team comps. What do you think? Like, for junglers, Maka currently being really strong, but Ornn, I don't see Ornn in jungle that often. What do you think of that?
No, I haven't seen Ornn in a jungle, but I mean, with the W start, I think the clear will be pretty fast. And with the new jungle changes in the preseason, I'm pretty confident that you can jungle with almost any champion. We've seen Mordekaiser be really strong in the preseason, and maybe Ornn is a pick that flew under the radar. I guess we'll find out in this game. We see a 5-point defensive start again. No team has gone for an invade in the cup yet, but yeah, it doesn't really matter apparently. Both junglers starting on their blue. That means the Maokai will want to path into the Akshan, and Ornn will try to look for a gank in maybe bot or mid later in the game.
Oh, and it seems like the team names are currently switched. Let me fix that. Done. Alright.
Perfect. Might I ask you to enable the objective cooldowns?
There we go.
Yes. Thank you very much.
No worries. 3 minutes till Dragon. And we have an opposite start for the junglers on starting top blue side and Maokai starting bot blue side. They will be pathing towards different lanes. Akshan, a lot of damage on top. Quite unsurprising as Akshan is still a really strong 1v1 player. And probably granting himself first blood already. At minute 2.
Wait, is it possible that I'm ahead of you? Yeah.
Yes, I'm also
You might need to sync up a bit.
Yes.
what minute are you?
I'm at
2:33 right now.
I'm 250 right now, so
I'm
maybe if you
235 now.
I just check on my Discord stream and you can sync up.
Yes, they should have been better now. By the way, I just wanted to add, I do think that they might have switched Ornn out in, well, to be flexible, because they saw the Fiora pick into Ornn. And as I said earlier, Ornn Fiora is not a fun matchup for the Ornn. What do you think that they might have put Ornn into the jungle to get the flex pick of Akshan onto the Fiora on top lane?
That would have been big brain stat. Because honestly, I would not want to be the Ornn into the Fiora. Once the Fiora came out, I would have set FF at 15 from that moment on. So I think it's a really smart adaptation from them in the draft. Hopefully this jungler has some experience on the Ornn to know what to do with it. Because, yeah, the pathing was pretty fast. Like, both junglers are already full cleared. And we're gonna see a gank in the top lane now.
I mean, Ornn has surprising a lot of damage, which many people underestimate.
It's quite surprising there. I expected Akshan to take down the Fiora one more time. But her W came out in a very well-timed matter. So they grant themselves a kill, but trade for it in mid.
Ornn's gank in the mid lane was more successful than Maokai's. They will trade scuttlers, but with the new preseason changes, they don't matter that much anymore.
Seems like
Yeah.
Ornn is hovering around river. We do see Jinx is not as aggressive as before on bot lane, letting herself fall back, maybe planning for a bot gank as Sivir is already quite low.
And they don't have mana.
I guess not, because Jinx just shoves them back.
There's still room to
Yeah, not anymore.
be really aggressive.
Oh, they have smelt it, now they know.
And they did see the horn, so
Yes.
Maokai is in the area though, so if they keep playing aggressive and the Ornn does back, which he did just now, no, Maokai will just secure some vision in the river and back off.
This bot lane is playing it quite well with letting the minions shove to them, forcing Team Anna onto the open field, not letting them play safe.
Yeah, and Team Anna really wants to back now. With no mana, low health bars.
engage in top side. Anna looking to be in a bad position here. W won't save her from another Q. Forcing a flash. I mean, the Akshan can just engage onto the Fiora because the Fiora just keeps on pushing onto the Akshan, pushing the wave in, and he can just jump on her every time he wants. It's kind of like not the best strat at the moment to just walk onto her like that.
He did use his ignite, and we see Maokai pathing up top now to defend the turret. Because with that earlier trade, Fiora already had to use her TP, so this back will be putting her far behind in experience-wise.
Yeah, the action is not losing much there. He can just back off now without losing the wave. We saw a little skirmish on bot lane as well, and there we could see the synergy between Lulu and Jinx a little bit better. She was able to make a pretty ballsy play there, getting the exhaust, without getting punished too hard. She had to force the heal afterwards, but it's just Lulu enables to a little more aggressive playstyle on Jinx as well.
And that was a lot of damage.
It was especially great because Spell Shield is out now, giving the opportunity for a gank. I don't think the E would have hit, but the flash is on the safe side. So
Like, this is a really nice view of the rune choice for this Ornn in the jungle. He went with Predator, and just now you could see clearly why that was his choice. So he could have the extra mobility when he goes
But
for a
the
gank.
Zyra great engage. Sivir doesn't have any mana sadly right now to follow up on that. But they are really low, so they can't finish the push in. Maybe we get a little freeze here on bot side. Mid lane
was a
also,
great
and that's a
combo
guaranteed
combo.
kill.
That was a really well-timed stacking of CC in the mid lane.
and a great use
Maokai-
of the Maokai ulti as well.
Look at the wave again on top. Fiora still pushing the wave. Akshan is freezing it, and now Fiora is just standing there. Like, that's really what you don't want to do as a melee top laner. Like, let the enemy take advantage of your short range.
Yeah, she cannot do anything. Huh?
Yeah, she's
She can't
just
walk up.
she is currently being trapped and has to ask Akshan for farm. And when he says no, she doesn't get farm.
Yes, absolutely. And Akshan, by forcing her into the open field, into the open lane there as well, she's very susceptible to any kind of gank as well. While Akshan himself is in a quite safe spot.
So what could you do in this situation to fix it?
Fiora,
as a
you
Fiora?
would probably have to try to get the enemy to push in the wave. Like, only last sitting at the very last moment. And whatever this is a bad idea. Hopefully she can dash over here. Good. The Fiora really wants to like farm around here, around her own tower, because Akshan can't jump on there. So she needs him to push, and with that major wave here, he can just freeze, because she didn't manage to push it in. And by now she's probably dead. Yeah. If he has another
Really
E,
nice,
she's gone.
parry.
Yeah, flash.
But
Like, that's
Not
not the
enough.
way to play top lane Fiora against Akshan.
I'd also also say that if you have a stalemate like this, it is reasonable to request the help of your jungler to break it. Just by either shoving the lane in together, because the Akshan cannot exhume pressure on both of you, or to just set up a gank if possible. But it is a very, very hard situation for the Fiora to be in, and you look for it to be broken.
Yeah, and while you were explaining what the top lane situation could look like, we saw Ornn in the bot lane. He went for a gank with his ult, while Zyra stepped up a little too far, and that resulted in a kill for the Jinx.
So far
There's
we do see blue team, which is giving the shot against CBS. Yes, we do see CBS really taking advantage of Ana's mistakes. They did get ahead by a lot, by 2k lead right now. I do wonder if the Fiora comeback in late game will help them out enough, because Zyra getting trapped here one more time and finished off by Jinx ultimate, it gives them even more gold. Yeah, CBS's lead is just continuing, rising even more.
I also want to
to
call
grow in
attention to the minion gap on bot lane there. The Sivir has half the farm of the Jinx. This is quite worrying for the Sivir itself, because Sivir does need her items to snowball.
And here we see a dive. That was too easy.
Well,
Just
like,
Ornn ult. Easy peasy. But yeah, Sivir can never walk up. It's her short range, with the mix of the fact that as soon as she walks up, she gets poked, and we do see a counter gank in the bot lane.
Why did Marka go there though?
that is way too ballsy.
That is
Actually,
way too much throw from the Marka. He didn't even have vision on the part. Look at this. Like the whole jungle down here was warded out. They even knew he was gonna come along. There was no reason for him to even go that far into lane.
Also disrespecting the Lulu overgrowth.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Snake's bot lane is a great example for the oppressiveness that is the Lulu support on a long range ADC.
Yeah.
Let's
I
see
guess
here.
it was maybe
big
desperation
chance.
or just greed.
It looks like Akshan will take down the Fiora on the tower one more time.
Oh, not with that turret aggro.
No, and why didn't he just use his E on tower to finish off? That's like weird.
If you're
And she gets Yam!
Wow!
Jinx sniped the Fiora over the whole map and is now
what's the
looking
kill?
for
Her
more
passive?
blood on bot lane due to her passive. You're right. Getting 2 kills. One
Well
on top lane
played.
and on bot lane within 10 seconds. I mean, not a lot of people can do that.
No, that was really well played. Yeah, CBS is really showing their strength here.
The Jinx played also very well with the red buff, with the movement speed slow that it gave. Just catching up on the Sivir, secure the second kill.
Let's have a quick look at this here. Gold graph, show me what you got. We have 5k gold lead for blue team, for CBS at this time. And especially with the Jinx having so much, like 5k on her own, in difference to the enemy ADC Sivir only having 3k.
Zyra
least she
steps up
has-
a bit too far. She immediately gets slowed by the Jinx W, and
You know, I do feel like Anna's team is... I mean, they do try, but they don't play within their boundaries at this moment, because the Zyra keeps stepping up way too far into the lane. Like, they should stay at tower and like only go to what they can go and what they can fall back from, because the Zyra doesn't have any mobility, so if she gets like rooted, she's instantly dead.
They have no priority on top lane, no priority on mid lane, no priority on bot lane. It is a very difficult state to play with, but the best thing you can do is to give up objectives and try to play safe, not to give them even.
Oh, that's a
more
great
damage.
ult
see
proc
Fiora
though.
going
That's a
for
great
a-
ult, and she gets a solo kill on
Wow.
top. I mean, that was like, what, 0.7 second ult prop on Fiora? That's quite difficult to achieve, and she did get a kill for that. Quite deserved, especially because the Akshan just stood still for some reason.
Absolutely, and you have to stress the Fiora does not have a finished item yet. The Akshan does. This was a very nice, well played.
Yeah, this does give some perspective on a win condition for Anna. If they can play
Oh
through this,
my God.
what an
That's
amazing! That was disgusting. That was super well played. She buffered her ultimate and then flashed in range so that Lux had 0 time to react. That was...
I mean, Lux probably wouldn't have gone away even if she didn't flash, because Lux
She
didn't have
has
flash.
Flash, yes.
Yeah, and we just see another massacre in bot lane river here because Market just doesn't know where to go. Sivir gets a lucky snipe though, and now CBS will be taking their second dragon of the match.
Yeah, it was just the Zyra did try to block the Ornn ult with her own ult, but yeah, it wasn't enough to save the Maokai, who was overextended in the river.
There might be still a chance though, if Fiora gets
Oh,
the
and-
side lane pressure down. But as we can see
So
here,
look at the damage Fiora does without her ultimate, it's just not enough. Akshan just, like, what was it, 1Q, 2 auto attacks, and half-life.
Yep. Akshan was quite hurt. The turret being
looks-
down is good for the Fiora though.
Yeah, she gets more farm this way. But also at this time we see that red team has started to like gain more pressure again as, in bot lane, while the Ornn isn't around. Like as long as Zyra doesn't keep running into like Jinx traps, they should be fine with coming back from farm alone in a bit.
Yeah, it looks like actually all Anna needs is for the laning phase to be over. They can actually, they have a really good comp to sit back, let the enemy come into them, and
Oh yeah,
farm
you're
up
right.
some waves.
Why didn't like Jinx move out of bot lane yet? It's like 16 minutes. She should have like switched with the mid or top at this moment, especially now that top lane tower fell, and mid lane tower will be falling too. We get a gank on bot. Let's see here.
Meanwhile, they're
The
putting
flash.
Herald in the
Okay, Maokai flashes in. There will be a kill for Sivir on the line. Now Jinx does way too much damage one more time. Ornn showing also up. His ultimate coming in. Akshan will be taking down Sivir, and all the other two as well, getting 2 kills for the Jinx one more time.
Great rotation on the part of CBS here.
And it was a good gank idea from the Maokai, but he just didn't have the vision one more time because, as you can see, there's so many wards here from blue team. But there's just a no from red team, and it does get reflected in their ward scores, being down almost 5 per lane.
It kind of looks like every time Anna tries to do something, CBS is there to punish. Either it's Ornn that finds his way to the bot lane right on time, or it's a roam from Akshan or Seraphine. It's
Oh wait, what?
really
Where did
difficult.
Zyra come from? That she gets trapped like that again? I mean, Zyra... I don't know.
Yeah,
Robin,
she had
what do
no
you
business
think?
being there.
Yeah, like,
had no business
no
there.
wards in your own jungle, and her...
Yeah, this
Yeah,
was
no.
not her jungle to be in.
Oh,
Uh,
damn! Did you see that E
No.
from W though? She still gets a kill because Akshan is way too fat, and I don't think Anna's jungler is gonna get away here again. Oh, damn. It was a
I
great
did not have the damage.
CC from Maokai, but they were just missing out on everything else.
The Fiora was just too low.
Oh
for this.
no, Razel, what are you doing? Oh
As a behind
no.
support, it's very difficult to keep up the vision, especially if you do not move within your team. You have to be careful and coordinated if you are in such a state of the game.
Yeah, and again, that part of the jungle also doesn't belong to.
Like all they
Anna
have
anymore.
left is the ring around their own base at this moment, plus their towers. They can't even enter their jungle anymore, unless they get actual vision down, but they just don't have the time, honestly, to get wards down, because CBS is just proclaiming way too much pressure on them, and yeah, they they can't just ignore their own lanes because they're gonna lose their turrets, and if they lose their turrets, they're gonna lose even more territory to blue team.
I'd
It must
normally
also.
say...
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh no, very.
Go for it.
I'd normally say that with Fiora and Sivir in their lines, they have, well, catch up.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, this is just a slot
Sorry,
at this point.
Having a rough game.
But the problem is that Sivir and Fiora are just a lot down on farm
Oh.
and killed. And then go to
Fiora
general.
engage goes weirdly wrong one more time. I did expect Fiora to do a lot of damage there, but she just went and won before getting perma-stun, and Alvature can't go anywhere because Jinx's range on her passive is just too insane.
This
Jinx
must
is
be
a
so
great normal
frustrating.
champion.
I mean,
Must be
being
so-
10-0, she just probably can do what she wants. Let's see her.
Yes.
She even carries another 700 gold with her at this moment. So, yeah, she will probably be able to go back and buy another part item. Great
everything
move from the
they
On as
try-
well.
Blocking
Blocking,
Everywhere they
yeah.
go.
And she even survives. Like, Anna currently has no damage that they can, like, put on CBS because, like, what do they have? Gale Force. And
We're also looking at a 15
they have,
gold
like,
difference
they have
and
Gale Force, they have one Ludens, and they have one Demonic. That's, like, guys, that's not
If
gonna
CBS
work, especially against a Jinx.
If CBS does not take, or if CBS does not commit serious crimes in their strategy, this game is over.
Oh my god, Akshan, come on, man. Just to
it
get
must
in
have
range.
been-
Oh! But Razel shows up. She's gonna die, but she didn't even save the Sivir. Oh no!
Oh, that
Oh
is depressing.
no, Razel.
It was a great move of the support to try to block for the ADC.
Everywhere you go, everywhere you look, you turn a corner and
You're dead.
as Anna and yeah, you're walking into your own doom.
I do say Anna did make a lot of mistakes this game. At the beginning of the game, I did expect them to win in bot lane because of like the Sivir and like this the Sivir Zyra combo is really strong against like Lulu if you play it correctly. But they just let themselves get outplayed like half of the lane, and so they feel massively behind.
Yeah, I think
And
we
three
do
losing
see a
lanes.
really big difference in experience in League of Legends.
No
think,
vision on it, but they don't even know Baron is being done right now.
But there's nothing they can do to stop
Then look
this
at the
game.
melt of that thing. Baron is down. 3-minute time on the clock. Let's see what they do with it. Oh, it looks like they're just gonna push straight in. They don't even care anymore. Fiora is gone. And Razel doesn't even show up to the fight because she's dead. The Sivir is getting deleted from 300,000 unit ranges. And it looks like CBS is looking for a finishing push in this game.
Yeah, we have two people with an infinite KDA. Not even being touched.
Just
Jinx.
pushing this in. Let's zoom out a bit here. See what they do. Akshan going for the snipe. Hits the tower instead. And I doubt that Maokai will be able to defend the space from 5 fed players from CBS. Razel is getting deleted one more time. Drag has to move. Günther tries to do some damage here. Gets rooted. Gets shut down. Ooh, he does manage to escape to his tower last second. Jinx ultimate misses and the game will be ended with a 32-5 ratio from CBS.
Yeah, I think sadly we can't call it any different than a big stomp. We'll have to see what Anna comes up with in between the two games to maybe have better chances next game. It was really well played by CBS, and I'm excited for the next game.
Alright.
Close to comfort.
CBS
know.
taking the first game for themselves. Let's add that here. Oh, well, that's bugged. Anyways, I will be fixing that in a better moment. Short break until the next game. We'll see you in a second.